Alright, so what's up? So your perception is wrong. Your perception is wrong. Your perception is always gonna be wrong to a certain extent. I'm of the avid belief that, I mean, to a certain extent, your perception and how you view life, it's the version of a truth, right? If I'm born Kevin Downer, I'm going through my life. Let's say all my life people have been bad to me. That's my truth that I live through, just because that's the experience that happened to me. But you may go to somebody else, and people probably was like meant to them, but they wasn't bad, but they wasn't all the way good, and that's somebody else's truth that they lived through and they experienced. And it's kind of interesting how perception changed a lot of things. Like even think about wars and propaganda, right? How, let's say, one side of the war, they can herald their people up as heroes and the saviors of the planet, while other people may deem them as like the supervillains of the whole planet. Like, let's say with World War II, let's say Germany, Nazi, fucking the Allied powers, if I'm not mistaken. But even let me just go back down to like just human level perception. Like, I think people are just made to believe that they are victims, and rightfully so, because to a certain extent you are. I don't think we should ever take that right away from people, that you should feel like a victim, because life is happening to you. The moment you're born, it's literally something happened to you. You don't, on a human level, you didn't choose to be there. Your parents made you here, and then they made the active choice to rather take care of you or not. And then you grow up and go through school. You meet these people, and then these people leave impressions on you based on however your parents treated you or how your family, shit like that. And then you get to the point where you live a life, you develop this ego, and now this ego is only reacting to the outside world from the circumstances that it was that was placed upon them. And that's really how everybody is. And even just to go a little deeper, it's kind of interesting that probably when I started to wake up, I'm thinking like, damn, like, everybody is really one person. Like, I got like a sense of enlightenment when I was thinking about that. It's really only one person, and literally could change the color of them, you could change the gender of them, what they, where they from. It's like everybody literally has a problem with something. Literally everybody is depressed from something, and I think that's just how society is ran. But it's like, it's literally something that's stopping everybody. And I had to think about that. I had to ponder on it for real, and then I put it back to myself, when it's like, and how I'm a victim of just however my life turned out. Let's say I was raised in Detroit in poverty. Let's say single mother, middle child of, let's say, 20 kids. I'm joking, but it's like 10. That's how I was raised. And my life, from young, I was always like, damn, like, how the fuck did I get this life? Like, I'm like, damn, like, this shit is fucked up. It's mean. Everybody say it's always been a fucked up existence. Not saying that I was a depressed individual, but I'm just thinking like, damn, like, I remember being young, like, damn, like, fucked up. Like, very conscious of what the fuck is going on, but not like I wasn't angry about it outwardly, let's say that. But my perception of it was, I felt responsible for it. I felt like, damn, even though it was not my fault, I felt a victim. I was a victim of it, and I felt like I had to fix it because it's my fault. And to a certain extent, I do still hold that belief, even though people be telling me it's not my responsibility. I get that, but maybe that's that's just the masculine principle trying to come out of me and trying to fester something in me so I can grow. But I still feel responsible for it. And I guess for a lot of my life, I always had this perception like, damn, like, this shit is fucked up. Like, why do I gotta do this? And that I'm a victim. I'm a victim of life. Everybody is, to a certain extent, is a victim. Like, that's what I like to believe. And I had to really like realize that maybe I'm looking at this shit wrong. And to a certain extent, you are. I think that even like how a simple phrase, they be saying like, a loss is a lesson. Like, that sudden switch will make you start with that sudden, that slight perception change of the word, the L, like taking it from a loss to a lesson, will make you take things lightly. Not in like a bad way, but like in a way like you can't lose. Like, it's it's already a video game you won. Like, damn, like, okay, well, since this happened to me, I mean, shit, I am feeling bad about it, but you learn from a mistake and you like, damn, you get better at it. It's like life is a constant lesson. It's always throwing you lessons that you need to learn. Instead of you taking them so hard, you got to change the perspective on it and be like, oh, it's a lesson. It's trying to show me the right way to do things. If you never lost, you would never understand the right way to do certain things. If you didn't make a mistake, you would never learn the right way to do things. So by changing that little perception on that one idea of the L, you like, damn, that shit makes a whole bunch of difference. So I guess that's just like a mini example. Like one example that I guess that I use on a personal tip is like, I kind of fall into the idea. I always love superheroes, so I always came to the idea, like always trying to save people. And I know that's kind of bad to have, and I know where to draw the line at. It's not like I'm just, when you save people that want to be saved, you help people that want to be helped. If you can't help them, don't waste your time, because it's just, you're gonna be draining yourself. It's like trying to, it's like trying to pick somebody up from a cliff that don't want to get pulled up. Like there's no reason to help them. But to a certain extent of like my life, it's kind of interesting, like how the lessons are like being laid out from me. Like it's being laid out in front of my eyes. It's being laid out. It's been laid out for a long time, and I had to realize, like, damn, like, and not to even go too deep, but I had to think about it even like a reincarnation type idea. Like, what if I was like a bad parent in my past life, and maybe this life is the lesson that I had when I was in my past life as a bad parent. So I had to teach me, like, damn, like maybe I am looking at this shit wrong. Maybe it's asking me for more of my energy and more of my attention and more of my strength to really pull through and, cross my T's and dot my I's, so I don't cause that same problem that happened before. Now that you live through this life and you experience this type of pain, you don't want to keep causing this pain to keep on resurfacing and keep going in this perpetual cycle. So I'm like, So when I changed that, it kind of put me in this mind state of like forgiveness. I stopped taking things. I became very forgiving of my parents and what they did. Not saying they were doing it on purpose, but just life. Life just happens. I think that's the interesting thing, is that, like, even me, like the other day, my fucking car went out. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm sitting there trying to plan this tattoo shit. I'm trying to get a tattoo. I'm sitting there preparing, just trying to take the next steps in my career. I'm really trying to make some money moves for real. And I'm like, damn, my car went out. And I'm like, even though I was sick the first day, I'm like, I got better about it, and I had to do some grown man shit, but I'm like, damn, overall it smoothed out. But it's kind of like that. It's like these type of lessons, they are preparing you for something greater. You may not see it. Your perspective may be too small on it, and the moment you shift your perspective, or look at it from a bigger image or a bigger picture, you realize, oh, it's a beautiful picture, and these little small marks, even though they may seem imperfect, they add to the overall picture of it. Whether it's dark, whether it's bright, whether it's, in that gray area, is always adding to this overall beautiful picture. You need to be willing to, take the mistakes, with the triumphs, or the losses with the triumphs. And that's what I had to realize. I had to realize, like, damn, maybe I was sitting here to fix something. Maybe I was sitting here to really fix myself. Maybe I was really sitting here to really, excel. Like, I think that's really the thing I had to really think about. And so, in a certain extent, I had to I had to depersonalize it. I had to stop, or in that sense, I kind of like extra personalized my experience with life. I made it seem like everything is my fault, and everything probably is my fault, and I must fix it. And some things may not be able to be fixed, but we can always try. And like I said, and some things maybe not meant to be fixed at all. So just leave it as is. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, I'm like, damn, like maybe my perception was wrong. Maybe it's me looking at myself as a victim, and not the person that's causing the problem. It helped me take responsibility with my actions and not be so willy-nilly with what I do. It made me very attentive to what I'm doing, and it's making me more attentive with what I do. I don't know why I just said that in like 3 different ways, but I was trying to find a better way to say it, but that's really what it caused me to do. So yeah, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.